Welcome all. Today's top breaking news with Gitanjali from Bayan Times. Minister for Mines Pedi Reddy Ramchandra Reddy refuted charges of illegal laterite mining. Refuting the allegations of irregularities in laterite mining in Vanthada village of Pratipadu Mandal in East Godavari district, Minister for Mines and Minerals Pedi Reddy Ramchandra Reddy has said there is no truth in the charges. Addressing media persons on Sunday, the minister said a total of 9 leases for laterite mining were issued in Ligampalli Reserve Forest, Vanthada, Aladara, Konda Thimampuram villages, and 8 of them were issued to Andhra Minerals on December 4, 2013, while one lease was issued to Kodilakshmi on May 28, 2014. For Andhra Minerals, lease was issued to A. Srinivas, V. Veeraraju, M. Venkatrajani, A. Usharani, A. Venkateswara Rao, A. P. K. Satyavati, A. Ramesh Babu, and A. Sujata. It was all forest land and the lease period is up to December 3, 2033. Patta land was leased to Kodilakshmi and the lease period is up to May 12, 2034, he said. According to the minister, till July 2019, the laterite mineral mined was below 1 crore tons. As on today, the amount of mineral mined in the 8 leases issued to Andhra Minerals is around 25 to 30 lakh metric tons and 1 to 1.5 lakh tons in the Patta land leased to Kodilakshmi. Jagan neglected SES after coming to power, TDP chief Kala Venkata Rao. TDP State President K. Kala Venkata Rao on Sunday criticized Chief Minister Y.S. Jaganmohan Reddy for ignoring special category status SES issue after coming to power. In a statement issued here on Sunday, Kala Venkata Rao said Jaganmohan Reddy, while in the opposition, used the SES issue for political gains before the assembly elections. Then Jaganmohan Reddy had asserted that SES is the right of the state and the centre should give Andhra Pradesh its due. Jagan claimed that he will exert pressure on the centre to get the coveted SES, Venkata Rao said. Soon after becoming the Chief Minister, Jaganmohan Reddy has failed to raise the issue with the Prime Minister Narendra Modi even once. The Chief Minister in the past 1 year failed to get a single project or get a kilometre of land laid in the state with central funds, he criticized. Tripartite Pact for Energy Efficiency Project in MSMEs. With a pilot project of installing Internet of Things IoT power control units in medium, small, and micro enterprises, MSMEs proving successful, the Energy Department is likely to enter into a tripartite memorandum of understanding MOU with Industries Department and IIT Hyderabad to roll out the energy efficiency project in all 97,428 MSME units in the state. As per the action plan submitted, the MOU is likely to be linked between July and September so that the devices could be installed in the units between January and March next year. After extensive discussions with the Industries Department, the Energy Department, with support from Bureau of Energy Efficiency and National Productivity Council (NPC), is contemplating signing the tripartite MOU to expedite innovative energy efficiency initiatives such as IoT project and MSME clusters, paving the way for economic development and employment generation. A statement issued by Andhra Pradesh State Energy Conservation Mission APS-ECM. Monsoon mood sets in over Andhra Pradesh, more showers on the way. Under the influence of the southwest monsoon, several parts of Krishna and Prakasam districts, some parts of West Godavari and Vizianagaram district received light to moderate rains since Saturday night, and the sky was mostly overcast in the rest of the state. According to Indian Meteorology Department IMD officials, the southwest monsoon has been active and normal in the state. Though 2 days behind schedule, it covered the entire state in time. Thunderstorms and lightning are likely in isolated places over north coastal Andhra Pradesh on Monday, and heavy rains are predicted in isolated places in the state on Thursday. The sky opened up in Vijayawada in the morning, and the drizzle continued till late in the evening. The weather disappointed those who were keen on watching the solar eclipse. Spike in cases in Krishna district due to community spread of COVID-19. The primary reason for the surge in COVID 19 infections in Krishna district is community transmission, according to health officials. With 66 more cases on Sunday, Krishna became the second district in the state to cross the 1000 mark as the tally stood at 1048. Also, 3 more deaths were reported, taking the toll to 36, the highest in the state. The first coronavirus case in the district was reported on March 20, and the total number of cases crossed 500 on June 6. The spike was observed after lockdown curbs were eased as part of the center's Unlock 1.0 to revive the economy. As a majority of the wards in Vijayawada's one-town area come under containment zones, authorities have reimposed curbs on shopkeepers and street vendors. Similarly, trading on Besant Road has been suspended till June 30. Among the 66 fresh cases, 59 were reported from Vijayawada alone. The 2 patients from Konduru in Pedanna Mandal contracted the virus at a relative's house in Kakinada, East Godavari. From Monday, the area within 200-meter radius of the residence of a positive case will be demarcated as the containment zone. Another 200-meter radius will be declared as a buffer zone. Collector AMD Imtiaz told TNIE that the administration is drafting a detailed list of containment zones and the details of the denotified wards will be announced in a couple of days. Chittoor gets 5 IMSQ buses for random COVID-19 testing. Chittoor district has begun using 5 mobile swab collection vehicles to undertake rapid random testing for COVID-19. The Intelligent Monitoring Analysis Service Quarantine IMASQ vehicles, 6-wheeler heavy-duty minibuses are stationed at different parts of the district. While 2 are deployed in areas that border Tamil Nadu and Karnataka, 2 others are stationed in Tirumala and Tirupati. 1 bus moves around the district to conduct random testing. The mobile kiosks allow experts to conduct swab samples from inside a glass encasement, thereby greatly reducing the chances of physical exposure to the virus. Both nasopharyngeal and oropharyngeal swabs are collected and sealed in an ice box before being transferred to the testing facilities at SVR Ruia Government General Hospital and Sri Venkateshwara Institute of Medical Sciences SVIMS. People who give their samples can know the results in 48 hours, said a health official. Following guidelines, Kalyan resumes shoot. In the progression of unlocking, central and state governments gave permission for film shoots, asking filmmakers to strictly follow the guidelines. Mega hero Kalyan Dev recommenced shoot of his new film Super Machi today in Ramanaidu Studios. Director Puli Vasu in filming important scenes on Kalyan Dev, Rachita Ram and Ajay in the last schedule. The makers are said to be following all the guidelines issued by the state government. Kalyan Dev made his debut with Vijeta and Super Machi is his second film. Condemning the reports of the film got shelved, the markers resumed shoot today. Rizwan is bankrolling the project for which music is scored by S. Thaman. Bhadrachalam alert after Andhra Pradesh visitor test positive. The temple town of Bhadrachalam and its surrounding areas are on high alert after one person who visited several localities here tested positive for COVID-19. According to officials, the patient, who belongs to the Kunnavaram Mandal in Andhra Pradesh, reportedly had tea with a few friends at a busy stall of a supermarket located in the heart of the town. He also visited one of his close relatives at the latter's jewellery shop in Burgampad Mandal. The 2 latter went to Polvancha town where they visited several other jewellery shops. The news of a COVID-19 patient visiting Bhadrachalam caused panic among the locals and devotees, forcing them to stay indoors since Saturday. T. Syam Sundar, a senior citizen, said, though the disease is spreading rapidly in other areas, it has not entered Bhadrachalam all this while. People here were living happily till this person visited. Now we have to wait and see how many contracted the virus, he said. Telangana records 7 COVID deaths, 730 positive cases. Telangana recorded an alarming spike of 730 new COVID-19 cases on Sunday, taking the total number of cases recorded in the state till now to 7,802. The day also saw 7 more COVID deaths, taking the toll to 210. The extensive testing with a great of target of conducting 50,000 tests being taken up by the state government from June 16, following a rebuke by the Telangana High Court on the state's lax approach towards testing, is exposing many cases of the infection. On Sunday, the state tested 3,297 samples, of which 730 returned positive, which means the positivity rate was a whopping 22%. From June 16 to June 21, the state recorded 3,058 cases, which account for 39% of all cases recorded in the state so far. According to the bulletin on COVID 19 cases released by the Telangana government, the biggest chunk of cases since the Janta curfew have been recorded in the June. From June 1 to June 21, the state recorded a total of 5,104 cases. Padabi targets Vijay Sai, police aim at him. After Achanaidu, the YSRC government seems to be targeting Telugu Desam Party TDP senior leader Padabi, who alleged that a Rs 300 crore scam had occurred in the purchase of 108 ambulances. He is likely to be taken into custody any moment as the police have already his house and are keeping a vigil on his movements. The TDP leader even produced documents relating to the scam before the media, stating that the previous contractor was removed and the contract was handed over to the YSRC MP and CM's close confidant V. Vijay Sai Reddy's relatives. Responding to the police vigil, Patabi said that he expected the police to go to Vijay Sai's house after he produced the papers but does not understand why they rounded him. He said that under the YSRC government, the police were not arresting people involved in the illegal activities but those who are exposing corruption and irregularities. In Andhra Pradesh, the CM's grandfather, Raja Reddy's constitution, is being implemented and hence action will not be taken against criminals, he said. With this, we conclude with our today's news headlines. For more such latest news and updates, like, share and subscribe Pie and Times.